Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Captain Frost and this is Build Watch. So the main point of this series is to describe you as fast and as accessible as possible. What are the strongest points of the builds? How are they working? Why are they good for each skill that is presented in the game? At least I'm hoping so. This video will be a Boneshatter, a Bone Zone video. So yeah, if you have problems understanding all the parts of the builds that are working in here, why this build is strong, what's going on with his defensives, offensives and stuff like that, I'm gonna try to explain them as good as I possibly can, with describing some things that you can do cheaper or more costly. That's up to you. So yeah, this particular guide as well will be representing someone who achieved pretty good stuff in the game before. So this is the character that we're gonna be looking at. This is Poeninja, and it's closer to almost 2 weeks of playtime currently. And that's the results of two weeks of the person playing on this character. So it's level 100, and as you can see, it's second level 100 in the league on Boneshatter. That's Juggernaut. So yeah, we're gonna look at what's good, what's bad with this character, and probably there's mostly everything good with it. And as you can see, one of the biggest stuff that we see quite expensive here is obviously gonna be a weapon, and that's Ashes of the Stars, with some of jewelry being quite expensive as well. But there's not gonna be any Mage Bloods, Headhunters in any of my videos, so yeah, at least nothing that is like 100 plus divines. To be honest, I don't know what's the Ashes price currently, but it's probably less, it should be at least, and it's not something that is build enabling again. So yeah, let's go back to the pub. Yeah, so as you can see, it's a 16 million DPS with configuration. Let's see. That's Guardian Pinnacle boss with standard boss. It's a bit better, but it's not essential. Yeah, so it's even less with just regular mobs. So yeah, that's your Boneshatter skill, which is one of the most powerful and just widespread skills for melee currently, because of how broken it is and because of how better it is when you're comparing it to other melee abilities, with all the baseline damage that it has, with all the AoE scaling that you can do with it, and with all the investment in defenses that you can get access to while building with this skill and having just tons of damage. 16 million, yeah, as you can see currently. So it has effective hit pool with 223,000 health, which is just massive. And for softcore, you probably wouldn't really need anything more like that. So you see here 133k armor. That converts to other defenses because this is a Juggernaut build. So yeah, with the stats themselves, they are just immaculate. They are very good with this character. So let's go with the talent tree first. Let's see what we're taking here. So life nodes, of course, then your some accuracy and additional stats, then your two-hander nodes, some additional armor, evasion, pair sockets, but it's gonna be armor because red sockets and because we need armor. Chance to deal double damage as well, so more max res, which will be just crucial. Elemental resistance cannot be lowered by curses, just a quality of life stuff. As we're gonna go for the jewels in a bit. So yeah, just more physical damage, more two-hander damage, more melee damage, more health, more attack speed, more armor, and a bit of accuracy as well. Then we're taking precise technique, which is 40% more attack damage if accuracy rating is higher than maximum life, and never deal critical strikes. So we're unable to deal crits, but we still have this just enormous DPS, and we have this more multiplier because we're gonna have a bunch of accuracy stacked because we are Juggernaut, and it increases our damage in other ways. and we cannot miss because of our accuracy being so high, and we have more damage, and we don't need to invest in crits. So a bit of spell suppression here. Again, more life, some totem stuff, so increased totem life, totem defenses, totem damage is not essential. Increased effect of buffs from ancestor totems that they're granting to you, and the main thing is buffs from active ancestor totems linger for 3 seconds. So you're placing your totems, and then for 3 seconds at least, even if they're they're dead, you have your buffs, and that's just too convenient. So some rage generation per second, more axe damage, more physical damage. Just more maximum fist damage. Just it's so easy to understand what you're getting here. Then more armor, more max res. Again, more max res, even like +1 here, +1 here. So mana reservation, efficiency of reservation skills. So that's for our auras. Then we're taking again more armor and endurance charge when you're hit, but aren't we? Oh, we're not generating endurance charges. Yeah, so that's why we're taking it here, because we probably wouldn't be dodging a bunch, so enemies will hit us, they will just deal no damage towards us, and we will generate more endurance charges, more HP, stuff like that. So yeah, again, HP, armor, axe damage, axe attack speed, rage. Now let's go for the unique jewels. So one of them is Ancestral Vision. Modifiers to chance to suppress spell damage also apply to chance to avoid elemental ailments for the 50%. And here we have spell suppression cap, which is 100%, which means that here we will just get 50% avoid elemental ailments. And in here we're just getting more, that's just all max res. And here we have our second unique jewel. It's Watcher's Eye, and it's even just a 2-pointer. It's not 3 mods. So increase attack damage while affected by precision, and chance to deal double damage when using Pride. So Pride is our fist damage aura, and precision is our accuracy, and accuracy basically, flat accuracy aura. So yeah, then we're going for the skills themselves. With Boneshatter, our main stuff, it's gonna be Impale, Boneshatter, Brutality, more fist damage, Fortify, gives us 45 more fist damage. Ruthless, gives us better stuns, more damage, it's just, again, a big multiplier, and close combat, again, more damage. So everything is straight up, you don't have any weird interactions here. It's not hard to build the character that you see here. So then our main weapon links, which are not even links, so you don't need 2-6 links here. So Ancestral Protector buff, multiple totems in order for you to be able to use Protector and Wardchief simultaneously. So yeah, Wardchief gives us damage buff, Protector gives us damage buff, while Ancestral Wardchief gives us additional damage buffs. War banner, again, just increased accuracy and fist damage. Increased accuracy is quite valuable for us as it gives us attack speed. Then Ancestral Cry, that's just for you to exert your melee attacks. That will your Boneshatter will target additional enemies, and you're getting additional armor as well. Then Vape Slam, your dashing spell. Precision with Arrogance, so that means that you're having quite a bunch of life anyways, and precision, if it takes your flat, it takes flat mana, it reserves flat mana, and with mana you can't really have it. Because we already have completely reserved mana. That's why for us to lose like 300-400 health, whatever is here. So yeah, it's 4% of our health, and it's not that much, and we're getting this accuracy that is quite valuable for us. So Blood Rage for us to generate frenzy charges, to get additional attack speed, and get life leech. Berserk, it consumes your rage, it gives you powerful buff when you need it. Again, we're generating rage pretty easily, so there's no problem with that. So custom damage taken with Molten Shell, that's our main defensive. That will give us just a giant buffer of EHP whenever we're taking damage automatically, and if it's Vile Molten Shell, you can use it manually as well for like additional stuff. And anomalous vulnerability, which it's just a curse that multiplies your damage. Then with our mana reservation, I guess, main stuff here, we see anomalous Arctic armor, which so it gives us again, it's a defensive aura. If I was to be faster in my talks, because it's already 10 minutes. So defensive aura, Arctic armor, offensive aura, Pride, Enlighten, for us to have for us to being able to use all this reservation and determination, as you can see. So we're already with only with Pride and Determination we're reserving 100% life. But then we have our nodes on our talent tree that increase mana reservation efficiency, and we have this Enlighten that is even level 3, not level 4. So that way we can squeeze in Arctic armor and our banner. Our war banner that will, and then with Arrogance we have life reservation on Precision. So that's mostly it. The Determination gives us just a bunch of armor. It's a more multiplier. It's and Pride being damage aura. It's just like so easy to understand what's going on here. Okay, let's go for our weapon. We see here some flat accuracy, which is not the main point. There's just a bunch of physical damage on this weapon, and it has high attack speed. That's all. So 1.78 attack speed and 1100 physical DPS with some chance to deal double damage. That is always very good, and chance to impale enemies on hit as well. So that's your stuff that you want on your weapon. Then with our helmet, it's gonna be armor, evasion rating. I don't think that is so crucial here. It's I guess a reduced mana cost of spells can be. And we're stacking reduced mana cost of skills, I guess, because Boneshatter still uses mana. Its mana cost is only 1. We have here 22% reduced mana costs, some suppression chance, life, resistances, and some fizz damage as fire. Then with our glorious plate, with our body armor, we have just 3000 armor, increased pride effect, increased non-curse auras effect, so just more emphasis on your auras being good. Chance to suppression, you gain onslaught when hit, which will be constantly up on you. Additional fizz damage, and it doesn't even have life, which probably makes us take the node that gives us some additional life. Just here, 15% increased maximum life if there are no life modifiers on equipped body armor, which we specifically don't have. Then with gloves, again, chance to suppress non-vile strike skills, target one additional nearby enemy, which is definitely very, very good for the Boneshatter. Then attack speed, life, resistance. With boots, it's again chance to suppress spell damage. As you can see, the pattern here, chance to suppress spell damage is everywhere, and that's why we're using this this hybrid basis with armor and evasion, so that we still get some armor and we have an ability to get this suppression chance. So then it's attack speed, maximum life. With our boots, it's movement speed, a chance to avoid elemental ailments. In order for us to get a spell I don't mean that. Avoid elemental ailments cap. So if it's 100%, then you're immune to freeze, shock, and ignite. Then we have our Ashes of the Stars, which gives us additional reservation efficiency, 1 level to all skill gems, and quality to all skill gems. So that's an expensive item, but it's very good. And with our, so as you can see, with our rings, we have non-channeling skills, have -7 to total mana cost on both of them, which means it's -14. And then we have some percentage-based reduced mana cost, which makes the mana cost 1, and you wouldn't really feel it, even with only 2% of mana being available for you. On the rings themselves, we just have resistances, health, and some accuracy. And some chaos resist. So chaos res is very important here because we want to be beefy and tanky against everything. And by the way, as you can see, we have here 54% fire res, which may mean that he was changing his gear right before Poeninja snapped his character, and he wasn't able to cap his fire res. You don't need it to be like that. You need like full fire resistances. That's just a blunder in the moment. So Stygian Vice with maximum life and as much res as possible, and with our Abyssal Jewel, its corrupted blood cannot be inflicted on you, which is just like crucial. Some fizz damage, some just like life and anything that you can find there. Then we have our Divine Flask for healing with immunity to bleeding, Sulfur Flask for additional damage and additional regen, Basalt Flask for more armor, Granite Flask for flat armor, and Quicksilver Flask for being way faster just with our legs. So and that covers it. That's all with this build that you can possibly imagine. That's one of your most meta skills, especially with melee in this league. In hardcore, in softcore, Boneshatter is just very, very good everywhere. Thanks for watching. I hope if you enjoy videos like this, definitely 100% subscribe to the channel. Hope you're having a good day, and goodbye.